Okay, so as promised, we're going to look at the different features of an NMR spectrum, and we're going to first talk about the number of signals. And I'm going to divide this up into two separate lectures because there's a simple version and there's a complex version. We sort of need both, but we're always going to need the simple one, and don't want you to lose sight of the forest for the trees. Okay, so the number of signals, and what do we mean by that? Let me remind you of this spectrum we saw on a previous graph. Here are three signals. 1, 2, and 3. And that's what we mean by signals, okay? And three signals means we have three, how do you spell kinds? Kinds of hydrogens, okay? That is lecture number 1. We have three kinds of hydrogens, all right? And that is three separate electronic environments of hydrogens. Now, I say three. You can see that this signal here is not exactly symmetric, so it's possible that there's more than one kind on top of each other there, right? But in general, it's going to be relatively easy to see that how many different kinds of hydrogens we have, because those are going to be the ones we're most interested in as in the introductory course, right? Three different kinds of hydrogens. So keep that in mind. The number of signals tells you the number of kinds of hydrogens. I'll tell you what the structure is here. This structure is, I can tell by looking at it, it's that, right? So we have, well, you wouldn't know that, I guess, because you haven't learned it yet, right? But there are three hydrogens here, and they are in a different environment than those two hydrogens, right? And finally, there are 5 hydrogens around here. Okay? So these hydrogens are all bound to an aromatic ring. So that's one kind. That's these kind right here. You wouldn't know this from looking at it. I'm just giving an example of what I mean by kind, okay? So those are they. These are here. No, they're not. Sorry. These are here, and these are here, okay? And so if you were told that, perhaps you can see that there are three kinds of hydrogens here. 1, 2, and 3.